Oh, sure. Cow put your head in the way. Made a mess of that last night. There's the new baby. Excuse me. And yeah, moving fast for you in the dark. Part of them other groups in here. Actually, by the looks of it, it's pretty much the cows and calves and maybe one or two heifers that are in that group. But I thought I'd show you that baby this morning. She was up and smiling at me. See what we can do here. Focus, focus. Hey, baby, look over here. She's being shy. Yeah, it rained all freaking night, too. Just a wonderful morning. Please, spin you around, make you dizzy. In case nobody saw this yet, we were low on it, so there's about a half a dozen bales left right there. We moved them up the other day. And there's 4 bales down here, but there's like 40 bales up there. That's actually the last of what we brought down off the hill of our own hay. It's up there. It's a good place because it can go either way. If we need to feed over there in that feeder, it's just right there across the walkway. I had a couple people say, yeah, you got tough decisions to make when you're getting rid of scrap. And this is very true. I mean, I walk through here and I could look and say, oh, that must be scrap. Well, that's not a tough decision. That's the turbine that runs the hose reel on the big Traveler. You know, it's probably $5,000 to replace that. So no, that ain't going nowhere. Look over here and excuse me, and say, oh yeah, oh there's scrap there. Well, yes and no. The metal pieces there, those are suspension parts for a Freightliner air ride suspension. The hitch and the air can, they go together. It's the air hitch supposed to go on the service truck. That pump though, yeah, that's pretty much, I don't know if it even works anymore. And I had that in a little pickup with a small tank in the back of it 30 years ago. You know, it's probably going to find its way in there just because. Got another hand pump around here that don't work very well either. There's engine parts in here. I'm not going to dig them out to show you, but they're there, trust me. For the cat skid steer with no engine in it. And the block for that may be going in there also. I think we're going to pull the bell housing off and pull the flywheel off in case we need to modify them to fit the other engine. I'm not sure how well that's going to work out, but you know. Oh yeah, some of you might remember the generator from hell. Well, we can buy another generator for less money than it costs to rebuild that brand new motor. So, yeah, I'll take a couple things off. I'll take those cables off. They got good clamps on the end. Use them for jump claps somewhere. Might go ahead and pull the coil starter off. I don't know. We'll see. Pull the wheels off. Drain the gas out of the tank since it's full. But then I think that's just going to go in because it ain't worth nothing. You know? Okay, that's enough for now. Yeah, still got a pile up here to deal with. I got a little bit of sorting to do there, but not much. Most of it's cut a couple things up and it's done. Just because I need pieces off of them. Ben really thought he wanted that 300 Ford motor to take home and break loose. And, well, he don't have time. I know that. He knows that. He finally realized that. So last night I said, "You're sure?" He goes, yeah, I guess I don't have time. No kidding, kid. You know, when you're still in your early 20s, you got time to do everything until you realize when you're 40 that you didn't get it done because you didn't have time. All right, more to come. Instead of the dog pooping, here we go. There, that's better. We'll say hi to Whiskey and Rainy. She turns her head. Snob and Red. He won't. Oh, yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, more to come. Hey, we've got a master. Just letting air out of some tires. We're just gonna cut them off. And a pile over there too. Some more out back. Just waiting on the truck to show up. All that right there came from the overhead storage here below. There's still more to come out off the shelves. So, plenty. Get what we can get on it. Just got to get it here first. One part about taking stuff in for scrap, you got to drain the oil out. So, this is still dripping. Give it a few more minutes. I think between, 3 or 4 small engines, the rear end, and there was something else too. I don't remember what it was. We've only dumped about, almost probably 10 gallons of used oil in the barrel over there. So, yeah, all part of what you got to do. Ben wanted that transmission, and you know, I had to charge him $100 for it. It took 3 of us an hour to get it off. They didn't exactly make that easy to take apart when you just want to take the whole bell housing off the engine. Too many different little things connected together. Hung up on the pan, hung up on this, hung up on that. One bolt we had to cut out, and well, of course, it wasn't about to slide off the bolt. It's still in there. Gives him a dowel pin for a lineup, right? I was wondering what's going on because I ended up hanging the engine off. I dropped the thing on the ground 5 or 6 times trying to get it broke loose. Wouldn't break it loose. No, we finally got that. Just almost got everything out in the open that we're going to get rid of. Now if the truck could just show up, because it's headed toward 2 o'clock now. Then the wind will blow when it's here, and the first thing I'm loading is a whole bunch of tin. That ought to be really good, right? Oh well, 'tis what it is. And yeah, most of that's going. I cut 2 old ramps in half and made 2 ramps for a guy for his trailer so he could load his new tractor, and that's what's left. I'm not going to put them together and use them for anything. They're not light enough for anything. They're not heavy enough for anything I'm going to do. And if you needed the 2-inch channel's nice to have, but by the time it takes to get everything off of there and get the welds cleaned up on it, I can go to town and buy new and be money ahead. So 'tis what it is. And pile of shelves there for a utility box. They're going to go. Got a few more of those kicking around too. I had grand ideas for them, but they aren't going to work out in the service truck. And yeah, they'd be nice shelves on the wall somewhere, but there is no wall space in there or down here. So they're going. Anyway, thought I'd show you that much. Just waiting on the truck. Yay.